You clearly, after 20 years, had developed quite the love for El Salvador. What is it about the people there, the country? I'm sure there are all kinds of countries where people get connected to, but what is it about El Salvador and you?
Well, it was my first international mission trip. I went there with really unwillingly. I didn't want to go. I went there
Well,
really
you've made
glad.
up for that.
Yeah, well, I went there. It was kind of forced from my wife at the time because I had my daughter at church. The youth pastor was mentioning, "Hey, we want to do a summer youth trip, and different ones go down and go on this international mission." And my daughter, she was 11 years old at that time. She wasn't quite in the youth. She wasn't old enough really to be in the youth group. They always tried to let them be, 13 years old before they go in. But my daughter was always a little bit more mature for her age and different things, and she got along really well with the youth minister, and she had already convinced him. Said, "Hey, I want to be a part of this. I want to go on this trip." And so she came to me and she asked me. She said, "Hey, Dad, can I go on this mission trip? With the youth group?" And I didn't even know where they were going. I said, "Well, sure you can. That'd be fine. That'd be great." And so went home, told my wife about it, and said, "Hey, where are they going?" I said, "Well, I'm not sure." And I said, "Well, I'll find out." And so told them where they was going. And then she says, "You did what? You told her she could go where?" And she was really upset with me and not a happy camper about that. And I said, "Oh, she'll be fine, and she'll do really well. She'll be fine and she'll be safe." And back then, if you would read anything about El Salvador, it was not pleasant what was
No.
online. It scared anybody to death. And so, long story short, over time, the compromise in order for my daughter to be able to go was that I was going with her and I was going to be a chaperone. And of course, being in the lumber business and the hardware business, June is our busy time. You got to make hay when the sun shines. And so it was a really difficult time to be going, and I was very reluctant to go. But I ended up going in June of 2000. And as I got there, it was really a God appointment for me. God just touched my life. It just changed my life forever. And I found out my calling. And this was something that has become near and dear to my heart. I consider it a second home today. Made some friends with some people there that now I just feel that is part of my family. I was just caught up in today's world here at home, and I've been very blessed uh, here at home. Got the world's greatest parents, that a good Christian family. I was raised in a good Christian family, but it was, uh, you know, I've had great success here in America, and I was on the gerbil wheel. I was going like crazy, and materialism, and all of these different things back then at that time, and got to see a simpler way of life, and just to see the beauty of the country and the families, how they were uh, loving to each other, and the way they celebrated just birthdays and different things. It was something that was missing in my life. I got to meet these people, and I said, "Hey, this is what I want to do." And ever since then, I've been going back multiple times every year since.